honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks.
Okay, Coach. Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Bravo! 50's the mic! 50's the mic!
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Alpha!
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Now this throw caught left side. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback?
And he coughed it up. And the Colts pick it up. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, watch that.
To throw again. Newton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Newton. Washington's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Newton. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Alvin Kamara, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A big play there for Indy. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Great. Express. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton, and and take him down for the sack. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready! 90 Wolf!
Watch right.
Hey, Charlie!
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Right up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here we go. Ready?
54.
Express!
Get that ball. Wide. Get wide.
20. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Titans' 46-yard line.
Sit! Ready?
54. Mike, 54. It's our time. It's our
Gun. Express! Ready?
Out of the gun, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Hey, box truck. On the ball. Ready?
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. Alvin Kamara with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Suck up for the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Newton flushed out right. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we got 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Get it.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what. To do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "51 yards on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football."
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Now Tannehill. steps away to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, it's Hines. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get two there, but on third and one, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. This is Hines. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Gun. Mike's back forward.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 26.
On first and 10, Newton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
6-man. Check curls. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
To throw again. Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jeffrey Simmons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 9th play of the drive now on third and a country mile. They run with Hines. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still, fourth down upcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Ready?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Titans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Titans have taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Great.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Say.
Now it's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Right there. Pick it up, guys. Mike 5-4.
To try again after the sack. Newton. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down.
20.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Watch 8. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm here all day. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Tannehill now to throw. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Gun.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Newton on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10. Newton again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 23 yards on the play. Tannehill now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Squeeze.
Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, Echo, hurry.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there. I got you, son.
Running with Kamara. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 3. 218, chop. Hey. High 7.
Now Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Newton now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Complete to Ryan Hewitt. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Cut, 20. 6 guys. Check 6. Great. Check. Lucky.
Now Newton. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Express.
All day, every day, any day.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
On 1st down, Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. You got tight. You got tight right there. Undercut.
20.
What's twit? What?
They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Jim. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
That's it, baby. We go push.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Tannehill now to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Smooth. Ready.
Now it's Tannehill. And that's complete to Lewis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Bravo.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Alpha. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Switch. Go out. Rush in. Defense.
Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. He's got double.
Gun.
Check. Crunch.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.